It's a brand new month, and thus we've got brand new adventures that are going to be dictated by what's happening astrologically in the skies. Now, after July, which had so many different retrogrades, you'll be glad to know, apart from Mercury coming out of retrograde, no other retrograde. So August, compared to July, should be rather smooth sailing. There's some really great times to celebrate this month and to really kind of look to the future rather than getting caught up in the worries of the now. Now, there is, actually, I did tell you a lie. There's one small retrograde at the very, very start, but I just really love this asteroid, so I really wanted to talk about this or include this. Now, on the 3rd of August, Ubasti retrograde starts. Ubasti, spelt U-B-A-S-T-I, is actually named after one of my favorite goddesses, Bast, the Egyptian goddess of the cat. Now, when she goes into retrograde, what tends to happen is almost like this cat-like energy is taken out of our lives. Now, when we think about a cat, what do we think about? They've got this independence, but they're also really snuggly. And so what Bast or Ubasti helps to govern is our balance between being our independent selves and having time to ourselves and not being, having to consider other people. And then that other aspect where we really need the comfort of other people and we want to be around people and community and that type of thing. So when Ubasti is not retrograde, we tend to be able to balance this well. But you may find around the start of this month and even going as the month continues, that questions on, autonomy versus, being with other people, security, feeling secure within yourself, all these types of issues come up. One thing that can tend to happen when Ubasti goes into retrograde is you get a little bit catty, so be a little bit aware of that. So we can work with some beautiful gifts of Mother Nature to help us through this retrograde. Cat's eye Chrysoberyl. I've got a full video on this on YouTube, check it out. But this is a really great one for helping you get that balance, for helping you be able to set boundaries with yourself and with other people. Go, no, it's alone time, or no, I want some independence here, or I want to do something by myself. But also opening up the heart and allowing us to connect with other people as well. Now, a sacred plant of Bast is Valerian, and so Valerian essential oil is really great to work with here. Valerian has a very sedative effect, but also a very connection power. It will help you to connect with those that really do mean something to you and really help you to strike a beautiful balance. Being a root oil, it also helps you to connect with what's most important, to ground yourself and remember that at the key, honouring ourselves, but also connection are both really important and really seek to find that harmony. So that's going to happen on the 3rd, and then we're retrograde free for the rest of the month, I promise. But there are some other exciting things that are happening. Now, on the 7th of August, we hit a cross-quarter festival. We are halfway between equinoxes and solstices. So if you are down here with me in the Southern Hemisphere, it is a celebration of Imbolc. Now, Imbolc, spelled I-M-B-O-L-C. And remember, I've got YouTube videos that talk about all these different festivals and a lot more, so you can check them out afterwards. Imbolc is when we start to see the first signs of spring. Now, I know right now it's still friggin' cold and there's lots of rain and it definitely feels like winter, but you start to see a few flowers come up. Imbolc actually translates to mean ewe's milk or lamb's milk, so it's normally when in agricultural societies, you'll start to see the baby lambs being born. So you're starting to see these emergences of new life. It's as we come out of the crown chakra in that winter, we start to move to the third eye chakra and start to just think about, what do I actually want to cultivate in the new year? It's time to start taking charge of your life again. And so working with crystals like Lapis Lazuli can be really great around that time of Imbolc. Pair that with another beautiful third eye chakra gift, and that is, to do it with the label, there you go, sandalwood. Especially Indian sandalwood is a really great one to work with now. Indian sandalwood, and all sandalwood trees in fact, in order to thrive and grow to their full potential, must reach out their roots and find other plants to help to support them along their growth. And so this is where we start to think about, where do I expand out and where do I stretch out to start to bring new life and new beginnings as the weather gets warmer and I come out of my sleepy slumber of winter. Now, for you that are in the Northern Hemisphere, it is a celebration on the 7th of Lughnasadh. Lughnasadh is kind of a bit of a harvest celebration. It's where we start to see the summer starting to drift off now, and it will start to get a little bit cooler. The days will get a little bit shorter. And this is a really great time of kind of gratitude, and it's kind of got a bit of a Thanksgiving feel to it. Being grateful for the harvest or what life has offered you in the last year, and celebrating this as well. It's a great time to get together with friends, support the arts, to share the fruits of your labor and the harvest that you've had or the riches that you've had. Do a bit of charity work, make some great donations. This is all very about Lughnasadh kind of energy. It's a great sacral chakra festival about really, hunkering down and remembering what's important and celebrating that as well. Because we are celebrating the motion of the sun around as well, Sunstone is a beautiful one. Orange for the sacral chakra and that solar influence that Lughnasadh is all about. So grab your Sunstone out, and because it's all about celebration and joy, get wild orange out. Inhaling this essential oil increases serotonin levels that are being released within the body and naturally cheers us up. And so this is a time of celebrating, looking back, realizing how much you've accomplished, being grateful for the opportunities that have come, and making sure that you share your riches and your abundance with other people as well. Now, on the 9th of August, we have our full moon. This is in Aquarius. Now, the Aquarius sign is all about the future. It's about community. It's about innovation and making the world a better place. I nicknamed this full moon the Light Workers Full Moon. And this is a time when we start to work out, how can I make this world a better place? Now, when we talk about light workers, does that mean you need to become a spiritual healer or teacher or something like that? Not at all. It just means, how can you bring a bit more kindness? How can you make someone's day? How can you get from within your own internal struggles and start to focus on other people and how we can help the community as well? Often when we are in those kind of self-talk and negative cycles where we're kind of having a bit of a pity party within, the Aquarian energy is a really great one to boost us out and go, hey, what's happening out there? And a little bit of kindness, a little bit of community can do some really powerful things. It's time to start looking to the future. And so crystals like blue apatite are really, really powerful around this time to help you kind of start to look to the future and work out, how do I make it nice? How do I make it enjoyable? And how do I change things from how they are now? How do I innovate my life and the life of those around us? For that clarity and that innovation, Herkimer diamonds can also be really powerful. So if you have them in your collection, you definitely want to be working with that around the 9th of August. Now combine that with the essential oil of Neroli. Neroli has a history in mythology, but also research has found that it helps us to step outside of the box. It helps with lateral thinking. It helps us to do what we haven't done before. Neroli, of course, is orange blossom, and which is a white flower, and white flowers are all associated with the moon. So this is a really great one to spend this full moon going, what do I need to do to bring more light to the world, to shake things up, to step out of my comfort zone and be a little bit different. This is also a time to celebrate your uniqueness, and this is not a time for fitting in. Quite fitting considering what was happening with Ubasti retrograde as well. Now, then the month gets really quiet, and all we have at the end of the month, on the 23rd of August anyway, is a black new moon in Leo. Now, what is a black new moon? Well, the moon's not going to turn black because we can't actually see the moon when it's a new moon. But what a black new moon is when we have a second new moon in a row in the same zodiac sign. If you remember from July, it was a new moon in Leo, and now we've got it again. This is a really great time to really hunker down and really focus on that energy of Leo. So this is a really great time to bring more fun into your life, to bring more magic into your life, and to think about, how do I make my life more fulfilling in different ways, and make sure that I'm not just working to live and that I am actually enjoying my journey. The crystal of black star diopside, the star is probably not showing in this camera, but it's this beautiful black crystal that has a star, a 4-pointed star when the light hits it. And by working with this one, it really helps you to kind of elevate your life to, okay, how would I feel more fulfilled? Remember that when we are feeling joyous, when we're feeling blissful, that means we're on track. We're on the right path. And so we want to keep seeking that bliss, and Leo really wants us to follow our heart in that way. So use the black new moon to really contemplate this. And I would actually try and set aside a bit of a few hours, maybe cancel plans for that night and have it to yourself, and really do some journaling, some pondering, some just writing down on a bit of paper. Maybe you like to scrapbook or make a vision board, any of those types of things. This is a powerful new moon to really set intentions, to up-level your life, to bring in a new level of bliss. To bring that kind of playful nature in, work with green Mandarin. Pop it in your water, pop it in your diffuser, anoint your body with it and really feel that joy and help yourself connect with that joy and connect with that heart, which is really important at this time as well. So that's it for August. We have Ubasti retrograde on the 3rd of August. This is when we want to get out our cat's eye Chrysoberyl and our Valerian and work out how do we get a balance between independence and community and connection. On the 7th, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere with me, it's time to celebrate Imbolc. Get your third eye chakra crystals out. I recommend Lapis Lazuli and as well working with Indian Sandalwood. But if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it is Lughnasadh, so get your orange crystals out and your sacral chakra oils. Sunstone and wild orange are my picks. For the full moon on the 9th of August, it's in the sign of Aquarius. Work with blue apatite, Herkimer diamond, and Neroli essential oil. And when the black new moon in Leo comes on the 23rd of August, well, that's the time for your black star diopside and your green Mandarin. So let me know, what are you looking forward to this month? What did you notice about last month? How'd you go with all those retrogrades happening? Chiron and Mercury and Saturn and so on. It was quite dramatic, and hope you're doing all right. Because remember, no matter what is happening up in the heavens, we have Mother Earth offering us these beautiful gifts of nature to help support us along the way. I'll talk to you really soon. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.